Welcome to a special series of Kitchen Chat, a taste of luxury, history, and hospitality. This is your host, Margaret McSweeney, and I'm so glad you are joining me on this delicious journey. Today, let's travel to Scotland and visit Cromlix, the enchanting and elegant five-star hotel owned by tennis legend Sir Andy Murray and his wife Kim. Surrounded by acres of secluded Stirlingshire countryside, Cromlix invites you to step into its storybook setting. Explore the tranquil beauty of its grounds and let the tree swing take you back to your childhood. Taste the exquisite dishes crafted with local ingredients. Discover Cromlix and its modern luxury. Let's learn more about this magnificent destination and its history from the general manager, Barry Makin.
Yes, so Cromlix in its original form was, it's about 150 years old now. It was a family home right the way up until the early 1980s. It was owned by the Ray Hay Drummonds and then latterly by the Eden family. Our owners, Andy Murray and his wife Kim. Yes. So they bought the property about 13 years ago now, and it's been operating as a luxury hotel.
He grew up in the area.
He did. So Andy grew up in Dunblane, which is the town about 10 minutes away.
Yes.
So he went to school there, and then obviously he went and did his incredible tennis journey over the world, but he always keeps coming back here. His family are still rooted in Dunblane. Kim and Andy got married in the cathedral in Dunblane and had their wedding reception here. So there's a real family connection to the hotel. The first event that was held here when it was turned into a hotel was actually Andy's granny and granddad. They had their 25th wedding anniversary here as a first event for the hotel when it turned from a family house. And Jamie, his brother, also got married here. So there is a real connection into the building for them.
I love that, deep roots. And there is also availability for tennis classes, correct?
Yes, so we have a tennis court and we have a pickleball court, which we put in last year, which is very up and coming. So
yes.
We have affiliations with a couple of local tennis coaches who are very good, and we can book that for our guests to have some private lessons on the court.
Oh, that's terrific. And the luxury of the decor is amazing. Can you tell us about the interior designer?
Yes, so our interior designer is a lady called Suzanne Garuda. She's from Northern Ireland. And the connection for Suzanne and Cromlix came through Kim. So Suzanne designed Kim and Andy's family home down just outside London, and they got on so well and they have a real synergy. Kim's very involved in the design of the building. She's an artist by trade. So she was very keen to bring Suzanne on board to do the hotel, and it was a partnership that worked out really well, and we're very lucky with the way that we look.
Oh, it's beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the luxury experience here. What can a guest expect?
So the style of luxury that we want to deliver at Cromlix is a relaxed and understated luxury that makes people feel welcome. We want to welcome you into our home, not into a hotel, and that's the thread, if you like, that runs through everything that we try and do at Cromlix. It's still a luxurious experience. We still go out of our way to anticipate our guests' needs. We will phone everyone prior to arrival, 7 days before they arrive. We want to get to know you before you get here. But it is relaxed, I think, is the way that I would describe it. My personal style of hospitality is warm and engaging. We want to treat you as friends, not as clients. And the feedback that we get seems to be we're managing to do that. So.
Yes, and the hospitality, it's amazing here as well, not only throughout the staff, but also the food and beverage. I enjoyed each meal and an afternoon tea at Cromlix. I even tried my first bite of haggis, a national dish of Scotland. From the shortbread cookies left in the room, it's a recipe by Andy's grandmother, Granny Erskine, and even the fresh milk and apples. Lovely amenities, each one a taste of hospitality. Sustainability is so important for you here at Cromlix, and not only in the products but also the food. Can you tell us a little bit about the kitchen garden and some other measures you take?
On the food side of things, we have our own kitchen garden, which is just down by our chickens. And where possible, we try and take as much as we can from either the kitchen garden. We've just started a gourmet garden, which is over on a little bit away from the main house. So as much as we can, volume's quite tricky, but as much as we can, we will take from the grounds in the estate, and we also forage within the estates. The lady that looks after our gourmet garden and grows a lot of our food in the kitchen garden, Lauren, she is an incredible forager, and she's incredibly knowledgeable, and some of the stuff that she'll pick up. And I was down there in the kitchen garden the other day, and she was making me taste some of the leaves on the trees, and there was one that was mustard, taste like mustard.
Amazing.
So we try and take as much as we can.
That is great, and reflected in the dishes. So do the eggs come from the chickens down the
No,
road?
they don't. So we only have, the chickens are more just as a nice free-range chicken that roams about. They do produce eggs, but a chicken generally will lay 1 egg a day. We have 4 hens, so we would struggle to keep up with the volume. But they're really nice just to walk around and give an atmosphere and feeling of being in the countryside.
Yes, and even walking into Cromlix, dear foodie friends, you are greeted with a fragrance that is so refreshing and lovely, and you have those products. Can you tell us about that?
We do. So our fragrance is called white pepper. So it was something that we chose from hundreds and hundreds of different scents that we could have had in the hotel. And we have a lovely candle, natural wax candle, that we sell with the Cromlix scent. So you can take a bit of Cromlix home with you as well. And we have our bedroom products for the bathroom are all from a local company in Edinburgh. So again, very, very low mileage for delivery. They're a little artisan company. They don't supply hotels. We're the only one that they supply, so we're very lucky with that product. And we've just recently put in our own water into the bedrooms. So Cromlix, we have our water supply from a borehole and a natural spring on the estate. So there's no mains water that's piped in here. We've created our own water bottles, which are reusable, and we use our own water and we carbonate our own spring water.
And I know here at Cromlix, you all have a heart for charity. Can you share with us a special project that seems to have become an annual tradition?
Yep, so we have our Tiger afternoon tea. So it's the tiger that came to tea. Andy is an ambassador for the World Wildlife Fund. And within there's a large focus on protecting the tigers and trying to get their numbers back up. So there's a wonderful book, The Tiger That Came to Tea. So we incorporated a partnership with them this year where the book gets read and we sell tickets to locals who bring along their children. People will read the book. Andy's granny read it this year. Judy, Andy's mum, read a copy this year. But then they also have a scientist from the WWF who will do a talk on tigers at the end. And pastry chef puts together a phenomenal afternoon tea themed around tigers. So we have tiger food, which is a chocolate mousse within a little tin, and tiger finger biscuits and everything. It's great. And the kids loved it. It was really popular. And obviously all of the proceeds from the event went to the WWF.
I love that. Final thing I'd love to learn more about is the chapel.
The chapel is part of the original building, so it's 150 years old in August of this year. Within there we have a book at the end sitting on the altar. So the altar is marble. It was carved in Rome and brought over by the owners of the house. And on the altar there's the book where they would write down the collections that they used to do. So that book in itself is 130 years old. And it has the original congregation notes from 1890 and onwards. But it also has the weddings that we'll hold in Cromlix. They sign and write into the book to say that they've got married. So it goes right up to last week we had a wedding that somebody will enter there. And something actually that we do really nice from that book is when people come back to celebrate their anniversaries, we take a little picture of the entry and we pop it in a little card. So that's their welcome back card that they have. It's a great space actually, and it's consecrated and everything, so it's a proper bona fide chapel.
I love that. And you welcome people who want to have a wedding here.
Absolutely.
And the event, and you can have all in-house?
Yes, absolutely. So yesterday, as an example, we had a wedding for 40, which was lovely, but we also do exclusive use weddings where they can take over the entire house. and it's theirs for the duration of the day or 2 days or however long they want to have exclusive use of the building for.
This is just magnificent. Thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
this special kitchen chat. And thank you, dear foodie friends, for joining us on this journey. Come enjoy a taste of luxury, history, and hospitality here at Cromlix Hotel in Scotland. Many thanks to Barry, Makin, and the wonderful staff at Cromlix for their gracious hospitality. Please visit cromlix.com for more information and follow them at Cromlix Hotel on Instagram. Thank you to my dear friend May and her precious pups, Lulu and George, for traveling to Scotland with me. Please follow them at Miss Darcy's Adventures on Instagram. And thank you, dear foodie friends, for joining me on this journey for a taste of luxury, history, and hospitality. Please visit kitchenchat.info and follow Kitchen Chat on Instagram, where you'll find inspiration for your next delicious destination. I launched Kitchen Chat as a way to honor my late father, Claude Ray, who passed away 35 years ago. He loved to travel the world. He loved to cook. And he loved to sing. He was an accomplished lyric tenor and recorded an album with the Concert Orchestra of London. He also loved to play the bagpipe, and his favorite song was Amazing Grace. At Cromlix, I saw a bagpiper heading into the chapel, and I felt the need to follow him, and I asked him if he could please play my father's favorite song, and he was so kind and gracious to do that. So I thought I'd end today's kitchen chat with a sound of Scotland and a hug to my father.